Hello, everyone, and welcome to Principles of Marketing. I'm so excited to be with you and get started in our semester. My name is Lauren Donovan, and I am a full-time associate professor here at Delaware County Community College, and I teach most of the online marketing courses. So the purpose of this video is to introduce you to the course and give you sort of an overview of what you can expect. We'll talk about some of the most important things, including, what's the purpose, what is this course all about, how is it structured. We'll also look at the graded activities. I know a lot of students are interested in knowing, when they review the syllabus, which activities am I actually receiving a grade for, so we'll highlight those. And then I'll touch on some of the most important course policies that you would need to be aware of. And I'll give you a quick tutorial on how to access technical support in Canvas, which is always important. I don't know if you've ever run into any issues with Canvas, but if you have, I have the answer to solve all of those problems. And then I'll give you a very brief background of myself and my contact information. So let's get started. Okay. So in a Principles of Marketing course, a lot of students think that it's going to be all about advertising and television commercials and search engine optimization, but you're going to learn that marketing entails so much more. So when we begin with chapter 1, we're going to look at an overview of all the major concepts that we cover in all the chapters that follow. Think of chapter 1 as like this foundational chapter that gives us everything we need to know from like a 10,000 foot view. And it's really centered on something known as the strategic marketing process. And what that's all about is that marketers step through a series of steps when they're getting ready to launch a product or bring a product to market. And on the right hand side of the slide, we're going to talk about things like how do marketers come to understand what's going on in the marketplace, how do they come to understand what's going on with customers, and then finally, what's the marketing mix, those 4 Ps. How do marketers deliver satisfaction and delight to consumers so that those consumers will continue to buy from them? And the reason that consumers buy is because they feel that marketing mix right there, it really satisfies their needs, and they choose it over and over again, that particular brand. So this sort of is like our purpose of the course, is understanding and learning all the different phases that marketers step through when they're getting ready to launch a product. So it's really exciting. I love this. I love teaching this course, and I love some of the concepts in it, because marketing is like one of those types of courses where you get to use your creative side. You can't be creative in accounting and finance, but marketing does touch on sort of the strategy behind things like why consumers do what they do, why they buy what they buy, why a particular product comes in 3 different colors or 10 different sizes. So we're going to look at all the decisions that are made about products, their price, where they're placed, and how they're promoted. So if we look at the structure of this course, and this just means like the logistics, each week, which runs Monday through Sunday, you're going to complete things like assigned reading from the textbook. Textbook's really, really important to buy, even if you purchase it in a previous or used edition. I'm also going to ask you to review recorded lectures, which are going to be just like this, me putting slides on a screen and you listening to me talk about key points from the chapter. I also include things like graphics and websites and articles and video cases that I'm going to direct your attention to and ask you to review. So make sure when you're working each week, don't just jump to the assignment and start answering questions, because it's likely that that assignment's going to be difficult to complete. And make sure you're really working through each of the learning activities. That way you get your money's worth and you maximize your learning experience. So in the table here, this just gives you a snapshot of the different assessments, which are graded, that you'll need to complete, and their due dates. So discussion forums, you're going to be asked to interact with other students in a discussion forum. Not every week, but maybe every other week or every 2 weeks. And with these discussion forums, it's going to be the same policy. You're going to submit an original reply where you read the task or the forum task, and you then have to reply and give your answer. And then you're going to have to reply to at least 2 other students by 5 p.m. on Friday. So if you just put it in your phone or someplace where you keep a calendar, that really Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays are the big days in this course. But it's consistent. I'll never change it. It'll never be Tuesday and Thursday. I think with the exception of the first week of class, you might have to participate in the discussion forum on a Tuesday or a Thursday instead of a Wednesday. But for all the graded content related to the course, it's always going to be Wednesdays and Fridays for discussions. And then quizzes and assignments are going to be always on Sundays by 11:59. The final presentation is a little bit different because this is due in the last week of the course. And so I really just recommend look at the course schedule at the end of the syllabus, and I have the date that will be due. So this sort of gives you a snapshot regarding how your grade is earned and the different due dates. So let's talk a little bit about policies. Communication, how you and I are going to communicate is going to be primarily through Canvas, email. I will include my cell phone number and contact information, and if you would like to set up an appointment to talk to me via phone, I'm totally open to that. In terms of academic integrity, thank you for letting me know I'm protected. In terms of academic integrity, let me get my presentation back here. I strive to safeguard the academic integrity of the course. So things like plagiarism and cheating are a little bit higher in terms of the rates at which these practices are followed. In an online course, there's a lot of temptation for cheating. But what I wanted to make you aware of is that for all the assignments, I use a program called Turnitin. So when you turn your assignment in, you're going to see that you have to accept the terms and conditions of Turnitin. And all Turnitin is it's a way for me to make sure that it's your work and that it references it against a database of other assignments that have been submitted through Delaware County, but also worldwide. So it's a pretty great program for faculty. Probably not for students who want to cheat. Okay, so just be aware of that. Lateness. It really varies depending on the assignment. So for assignments where they're written assignments, the ones that are due on Sundays by 11:59, I typically deduct 5% from your grade for each day that it's late. If you miss an assignment and it's 2 months have passed, it might not make sense to even try to do it at that point. And if it's that far missed, you definitely should send me an email and we can talk about a strategy to get you back on track. With discussion forums, lateness is a little bit different. You can always post an original reply and you're going to earn credit for that original reply. But if it's late, you can't earn credit for replying to other students. And the reason why is because once students post their three replies and we move on to the next week, they're done. They're not going to go back to that forum. So you're not going to really be adding any value to the conversation if you post a reply, 2 weeks later. So post your original reply where you address the questions in the forum and you will earn credit for that. And then the last thing I say is to always remember online etiquette. So just like if we were in a face-to-face class, we really want to make sure that we respect one another in the online environment. And that means things like, don't in the discussion forum critique one another like, oh, well, you missed question 4 and you didn't answer question 4. Let me do that. That'll be the feedback I give students who may miss a question here or there. With discussion forums, you're really just trying to interact with one another. You can agree, you can respectfully disagree, but you really want to make sure that you're demonstrating respect toward one another. Treat people the way that they would like to be treated, and most people want to be treated with respect. Okay. So in terms of accessing technical support, if you log into Canvas, you notice that on the left-hand side of your dashboard, there's a whole series of icons for you to choose. And I really, really recommend using the question mark that has a circle around it to get support. And particularly clicking on this one right here, the chat with Canvas support for students down here. It's live chat and it's awesome. I know some people don't really like to talk to other people. They'd rather just text or send an email. But with this particular feature, 24 hours, 7 days a week, you can actually interact with a Canvas support person via text, and it's like instant messaging within their program. And it's awesome because they can help you troubleshoot. If it's something I've done wrong, they're going to let you know. And so it's a great, quick, easy way to get help with Canvas. If you're having issues with things like Delegate, or your Gmail, that's going to be something you should submit a ticket for, or you should contact Distance Learning for. But anything Canvas related is going to be best using this chat. But you can also reach out to the online campus, which is up here, DCC Online. there's other options here if you want to talk with someone live at Delaware County. Okay, so a little bit about me. I'm actually full-time, so I'm located in office number 3320 in the academic building. I'm providing students with my cell phone just because my office phone, I might not be there on a Thursday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and you need to talk. And then in the event that Canvas is down and you're having issues, you can use an alternative email, which is my dcc.edu email. And this is my family. This was us during the last holiday. We have 3 boys who make us crazy, but we love them. And so we're really spending most of our time chasing these guys around. Our oldest is 12. He hates this picture. He feels like he looks like he should be the captain of a boat because I made him wear a jacket, whatever. Our middle child, he is Liam. He's a 4th grader. He's 9. And our youngest is Miles, who is 3 and a half, and he is hysterical. So, okay, so that's great. I look forward to interacting with you in our class, and you can always reach out if you have questions or concerns. So, best of luck with the course. It's going to be a great semester, and thanks for tuning in.